Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of my 90-day n8n challenge. Yesterday, we got our account set up and learned what n8n is. Today, we are gonna build. The blank workflow screen that we saw yesterday can be intimidating, so we are going to start with the simplest thing possible, and that's the hello world of automation. It's a small step, but it's crucial and it's the foundation for everything else that we're going to build. So let's get into it. Okay, so before we jump into n8n, we need to get two words right. That's workflow and node. Okay, so on screen, as you can see on screen, this is the workflow. Okay, this red box is the complete workflow. And within that workflow, we have nodes. All right, let's talk about the workflow first. Think of it as the entire recipe card. Okay, it's the container for a single complete job. For example, you might have one workflow for save new email attachments. Okay, or you could have another or different workflow for post blogs to Twitter or X. The workflow itself is just the plan. Now, a recipe isn't just a title, right? It's not just saying, oh, this recipe says save new email attachments, but that's not the complete recipe, okay? It needs steps, right? In n8n, those steps are called nodes. All right, so this is a node, this is a node, this is a node, this is a node. All these small boxes within this large workflow, these are all called nodes. This is the actual worker. This is what is actually working within that workflow. Okay, it's like a digital Lego brick that does one specific job. So this does one specific job, this does another job, this does another job. Okay, one node might have the job send email, as you can see here as an example. Another node might say it might have another job such as read row from Google Sheet. Okay, you chain these nodes together. You're chaining these nodes together to make the workflow actually do something. Okay, let's make this real for our hello world example today. Our recipe or our workflow is going to have just two steps or two nodes. So our first node is called manual trigger. This is our trigger. It's the thing that starts the recipe. For today, we are the trigger. We just click the test button and manually start the process. Okay, now this arrow here, this is the data. The data flows from node 1 to node 2. All right, and what's the job of our second node? This is our action. This is where we are performing an action. This node's entire job is to create a piece of data, the text hello world. It creates a message. Okay, so just to recap, the workflow is the entire recipe. The nodes are the individual steps. Okay, and the arrow is the data flowing from one node to the other, the data flowing between them. All right, this is the exact diagram we are about to build in n8n right now. So let's do it. All right, so here we are in our n8n dashboard. I'm going to click this add or create workflow button. And all right, so we have our blank canvas over here, and this is our start node. I'm going to add the first step. I'm going to say plus, and it's going to give me a bunch of options here. We need to select trigger manually. This is our node 1. Okay, it says runs the flow on clicking a button in n8n, good for getting started quickly. So I'm just going to click this. Okay, and we get our first node. Similar to our diagram that I showed earlier, this is our manual trigger. It just means start when I say so. Okay. Now we need to add our second node, which is the action node. I'm going to click on this plus button here. We have a lot of options here. That there's almost 1,000 of options. We can just ignore those for now. I'm going to search for set. It says edit fields or set. You could modify, add, or remove item fields. I'm just going to click this. We can just escape for now, and it automatically connects it to the first node. Okay. Now, this basically sets a static value for the workflow. This is exactly what we want. We want to set a value to hello world, and I'm just gonna double click this, and it's gonna let us edit its parameters. Okay. Now we're gonna configure node 2. It's asking us for what values we want to set. Okay, I'm gonna add a field here. I'm gonna make sure it's the string field. For the name, I'm gonna say message. Okay, it's basically the name is the label for our data. Okay, I'm gonna call it message. The value is the data itself. So I'm gonna type in here hello world. Okay, now there are different options here. We want to make sure that we have the string data type selected. Okay, and that's it. Our workflow is built. Now I'm just going to run execute step here just to make sure that everything is running smoothly. And we see on the bottom right here it says node executed successfully. I'm just going to escape. And you see it's green here, which means that it has run successfully. Okay, our workflow is built. Now let's run the recipe again. I'm going to click execute workflow. Okay, right here in the bottom. And it says workflow executed successfully. Awesome. So we got green check marks. That means it worked. But where is our hello world? Well, we need to look at the output of the node. I'm going to click on our edit fields node again. Okay, and this time I'm looking at the output on the right panel here. Look at that. It's showing us the data it produced. We have one item, okay, and it has a message with the value hello world. We can even toggle this to JSON view. And don't be scared by this. We'll cover this later. But as you can see, our data is right here. We have message and then hello world. We did it. I mean, we built our first workflow. We ran it and we created data. This is the fundamental building block for everything else. And that's it for day 2. We did it. We built our very first workflow. It's simple, but we learned the most important concepts. The workflow is the entire recipe, and a node is a single step. All right, we use the set node or field edit fields node to create a piece of data and saw the output. Now we had to click execute workflow to actually run this, which isn't very automatic. So tomorrow on day 3, we're going to learn about the types of nodes that can actually start an automation without us being there. We look at trigger nodes versus action nodes. If you built your hello world workflow along with me, I want you to post I did it in the comments below. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3.